Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. From today actually we will start a new project and that will be library management system and online library management system. Okay, so here you can see I have come up with a database table, a database, complete database. Okay, so we'll create a database and then in the database actually we will have user table, books table and transaction table. The users actually we will have id, it will be auto incremented, and the name, email, password, role. So your email will be unique, password will be like this, and we will actually logged in through email and password. Okay, and we will check that the user is admin or normal user. If admin, then it will actually redirect to the admin dashboard, or if not admin, then it will redirect to the other dashboard. So here you can see our second table is books. In our books table we will have id, title, author, and then I can change it to, let's say, ISBN. Okay, so we can change it to ISBN, and then quantity, how many books actually. Let's say we have a book, let's say Atomic Habits, and we have 20 pieces, so the quantity will be work like this. And then we have transaction for the actually for the members and admin. Member can borrow book, right? Okay, so we will actually keep the book id and the user id, okay, member id. And then we will here we have here issue date, which date the book was borrowed, right? And then we have return date, and then status, like the book is still borrowed or returned. Okay, so the default will be borrowed, and then if returned, then we will actually show here status return. Okay, and here you can see we have book id also, so these are auto incremented every single time. You can see we have id and those will be auto incremented, right? Okay, so we have three table in our database. So let's create database first. So here you can see I'm the PHP admin. You just have to go here, localhost /php myadmin. So you have to download this XAMPP in your PC, and you just have to start the Apache and MySQL both. Okay, so if you don't know how to install XAMPP, so if you go to the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, you can search here XAMPP, and you will find multiple videos on XAMPP, actually how you can install it. Right here you can see if you find any problem, we can actually you can actually solve it, right? We have all the videos, so you can actually check it. And then let's say I assume that you have XAMPP in your install your device, so you just have to start the Apache and MySQL, and then actually you can access the localhost /php myadmin. And then here actually I want to create a new database, so I will click here new, and then I will set the database name as, let's say, library. Okay, or I can say it, okay, library, let's say online library, right? Or I can say here library library db. So library db and create. So this is our database, right? We have created our database. So in our next video actually we will create all the tables. Okay, so see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Welcome back to another video. So in our previous video we actually create database. Now let's go for the tables. So if I go here, you can see I have three table here, so let's just insert them all. So the first table is users, so I will select here the database, and then you can see the table name. So we just have to give here the table name, so let's name it users, right? USERS, users. So we need how many columns? For the id, name, email, 3, 4, 5, we need 5 columns. So let's select here 5 and create. So our first column name is id, so let's say here id, and the second column name is name, then email, then we have password and role. Id is integer and it should be auto incremented. So if I select on AI, auto incremented, it will by default be the primary key. Here you can see primary key, so our id will be the primary key. And then we have name will be varchar, let's say 255 here, and email also varchar 255, and let's say we want to set the email as unique, so we'll select the email as unique one. That's it. And now we have password, and password also varchar 255. Role is enum. Okay, so let's just go for it. Okay, so we just have to set the values, and the first values, let me just go here, and here you can see first value for the admin and user, so I will say admin, and then next one is users or user. Okay, so we have two value, and now we'll select go. So now our role has two value, one is admin, another one is user. Okay, everything is all right here, and now we just have to save it. So we have create our first table, and there is for the users. User have name, email, password, and a role, and ID will be automatically incremented. That's it. And now let's go for the next table. So next table is books, so let me just copy it, and I will go here, and I will set the table name books, and let's check how many columns actually we need. So ID, title, 2 3 4 5, so 5 column. Create. So first column name is ID, title, author, ISBN, quantity. Okay, ID, title, title, author, ISBN, and quantity. ISBN, quantity. ID is integer, and it should be auto incremented, and primary key as well. So if I click on auto incremented, here you can see it automatically set primary key. And then we have title and author and ISBN. So title should be unique, right? So let's go here and let's check it. Unique. Go. So then ISBN also should be unique. So let me just remove this. I don't need the unique title, so I'll say here like this, and I need ISBN as unique, because in every single book, actually if you read any book, you can see that ISBN, it has ISBN number, and it should be unique. So we'll select unique. Go. That's it. And now let's go for the type. So ID is integer type, title should be varchar, right? And title can be long, so I will give here 255. Author varchar, but it should be under 50 character. So ISBN is integer, and quantity is also integer. That's it. Okay, it shows that ISBN should be varchar. Okay, ISBN should be varchar. So let's select here varchar, and I want to set it, let's say 100. That's it. Now actually we have done our table, and now we actually will save it. Okay, so we have two table, one for the user, one for the books, and everything is all right here. Now let's go for the transaction table. The third one is transactions. So let me just copy it. I will click here the database, and then I will select the table name and paste it here, transactions, and let's go and check how many column actually we need. ID 1 2 3 4 5 6 column, so I will give here 6. Create. Okay, so first one is ID, right? ID. The second one is user ID, user ID. So let me just check user table. We have user ID here, right? Okay, so the ID is parent key, I mean primary key here. So if I want this ID in the other table, it should be like foreign keys, right? So here user ID, and user ID is now here. So let me just remove it. User ID, and we have user ID, book ID, let's say. So copy book ID. We should have book ID also, right? and then issue date, copy issue date, so it should be date. So let's check here. So here you can see date, and then we will actually return date. So it can be null, right? Okay, so let's go here. I will actually select here nullable. So return date, so this is here, and I want to actually set that nullable. Okay, it can be nullable. And then we have a quantity, or maybe status, right? Status. So let me just copy it. I want to set here status. That's it. And the return date should be date, and status should be varchar or enum. Okay, so enum, I mean, we will actually set here enum, and I want to set values. So first one would be borrowed, BORROWED, borrowed. And the second one, returned. That's it. I want to remove them all. Go. Okay, so we have set two values, borrowed and returned, and now everything is done here, and that's it. So this user ID and book ID actually from the books table ID and user table ID. Okay, so we'll actually pass them when they actually will be logged in. Let's say user will be logged in, so we will pass the user ID when actually he will actually want to borrow the book. That's it. And now actually we'll save it. The problem is actually we forgot to mention this ID will be auto incremented, right? So it should be auto incremented. So I will select here primary. Okay, and now ID is primary and it should be auto incremented. So I will go here and I will select this auto incremented. Okay, save. Okay, so now ID will be auto incremented. So actually our table database is done, and also the tables. So we have three tables: books, transactions, and users. So users for the user login, I mean to check the user type or role, if it is admin or user. And then we have transaction for actually borrowing the book. Okay, so thanks for watching. In our next video actually we will show you the diagram, how actually we'll design. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. So this is the diagram for the library management system. So here you can see we have index.php, we have db.php, we have register, login, dashboard, borrow, return, logout, style, and we will create a folder for the admin, and then in the admin folder we will have add book, view books, manage users. That's it. So we have style file for the all, I mean for all page CSS, so you just have to access it in every single page. So this db.php is for the connection, this index.php is for the home page, and then register page, then login page, then dashboard page. Okay, so actually we need a different dashboard, right? Because we have user and we have admin. So admin can actually admin should have a dashboard, and user also need a dashboard. Let's say they want to actually show that how many books actually they borrowed, or I mean the return date or something like this, right? So they need also a dashboard. So we will actually create two different dashboard for the two different users. So then we have a borrow.php, we have return.php, we have logout.php. So these are actually used for I mean different PHP file. And then okay, so this is the diagram. I hope you understand. So let's create all of them one by one. Okay, so let's go to the code editor, and here you can see we have a folder, I mean project file library. So we need a single, I mean we need another folder for the admin. So I will create here a folder, one more folder, new folder, admin, and we need one more folder, new folder, for let's say for image purpose. So the problem is when I actually want to create the image folder, we need image also, right? anyone actually cannot see the book image, so how they can actually relate that yes, this is the book actually he need. So we need to add one more column in our books table, right? If I go to the structure, you can see there is no image table, so I want to add one more column. So I will go here to add one more column, and I want to say that okay, it will be actually add after, maybe you can add it after title, right? Or title author. Okay, after author, let's say ISBN. After ISBN, actually want to add one more column, so I will say here go, and I want to add the item as image, and it should be like worker, and then 255, and I want to save it. So we have added one more image column. Here you can see one more column, that is image, right? So now we will create one more folder for the image, so that actually I want to store all the images in this folder, image. So this is the image folder, and we have admin, we have image. Now let's include all other files. So if I go to the browser, here you can see we need index.php. So I will say here Control N, Control S, and let me just create a new file here. I want to delete it, so Control S, so it will actually save here. So we just have to add them outside these two folder, right? So the first one is index.php. so if I click here, you can see index.php, and the next one is db.php. so let's create Control S, db.php, and register.php. so let's create one more file, Control S, register.php, okay. So register.php also done. Let me just copy from here login.php. so the next file should be login.php. Control S, login.php, save. Control N for the new file. Then the next one is dashboard.php. so I will save it, dashboard.php, no problem, because actually in the admin folder I will create one more dashboard.php, okay. And then new file, okay, and that will be borrow.php, save, borrow.php, okay. Let's go for the new file. Want to save as return.php, okay. And let's go for Control N, logout.php, Control S for save, and paste it, save. And then we have style.css for the style purpose, copy it, Control N, save it as CSS. And the last one is okay. So now we actually want to go to the admin folder, and here actually we want to create a new file, and I want to save it as addbook.php. Remember that it should be in the inside the admin folder, right? Here you can see we are inside the admin folder, okay. So if I click here, you can see we have added addbook, and right click on it, create a new file, and then viewbooks.php, save, and then manage users.php, because admin can actually manage user, right? He can delete any member, so like this, okay. So we have done actually all the pages actually we needed for the project. So in our next video we'll start with db.php and index.php, okay. So these two things, and then we will do everything one by one, okay. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Welcome back. So in today's video, we will talk about index.php and db.php. So db.php is basically for the connection to the database, and index.php will be, the home page. So let's say my server is localhost, right? So I will say localhost slash my project name is, you can see, library. So I will say here library, library. Okay, if I refresh, enter, you can see I'm in a page. So this is called index page. If I say here, let's say I will go to the index.php, and if I say here, let's say hello from index, if I refresh now, you can see showing hello from index. So this is the default page for the website. If somebody actually come through the URL, at first it will actually redirect to the index.php. So let me just keep as it is, and I will go for the db.php. So db.php is basically for the connection purpose. So now actually we want to connect to the database. So if you want to write any PHP script, if you want to write any PHP file, you need PHP script first. So let's add PHP script here like this, and inside it we have to write PHP. So first of all, actually we want to connect to the database, so we need a variable $con equal to new MySQL I. So now actually we can create a new connection, but in the MySQL I function we need 4 parameter: one for the server, one for the username, one for the password, one for the database name. So we need server name, we need an username, we need a password, and we need database name. So let me just create all the variables here, so that if anything changed, then I can actually change here. So okay, let me just declare some variables. For the server, I will say server, and the server is by default localhost, because we are in this PC, right? We are in our PC, so it will be localhost, and then user name. Okay, so username is root by default. You can change it, but by default it is root. And let's say password, by default password is null. You cannot space, you cannot give here space. Okay, and we need database name, so I will say here $db name. So this variable can have any name. Okay, here actually we have to put the database name. So our database name is library db, library, library db. So now we want to actually pass all the parameters, all the variables as parameters. So first of all, server. So I will say here $server, comma $user, comma $pass, comma $database name. So now actually our connection will be set, and it will be stored in the variable. So we will check that if the connection is successfully done or not. So I will say if not $con, then actually I want to show the error. So I will say echo oops. So we need one more O. So oops, I actually want to show the error. So the error is, I want to print the error, so I have to use here curly braces if I want to print inside double quotation. If I want to actually print outside this double quotation, I have to use here a dot sign to actually print the variable, value, because we need concatenation. So concatenation actually done by this dot. So actually I want to use this way. So you just have to give 2 curly braces, opening and closing. So here actually I want to say $con, my variable, and I want to print the error. So I will say the connection error, right? So actually I will say connect underscore error, because I want to show the connection error. So I will say connect error. Okay, and that's it. So otherwise actually we will do other things. So we have actually connect to the database, and let's say just for now actually I want to set else here. If it is not connected, then it will actually show this, and if it is connected, then it will actually show that echo that successfully connected. Now let's go here, and actually I want to go to the db.php. syntax error. Oh, so else. Okay, so if I refresh, now you can see successfully connected. So now actually we are connected to the database. Now every single page, if I want to connect to the database, actually I just have to include this. Let's say I want to access the dashboard, so I just need to set the connection to the database. So that time actually I just have to write here PHP script, and I just have to say here include, okay, double quotation, and inside the double quotation I just have to mention the file name db.php. So actually it will start the connection here. That's it. Okay, so in our next video we will show some other file. Let's say login, register, and logout. Okay, these three. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Hello, welcome back to another video. So today we will actually do, if I go to the code editor, here you can see in our last video actually we have done db.php and index, right? So db for the connection. So now actually we will in this video actually I'm going to show you the login .php, logout.php, and register. I mean, you can register, you can log in and log out. So let's do this. Let me just go to the database. Here you can see our database is library db. If I go to the users table, you can see we have no user right now. Let's say I want to add an user like admin. So I will go to the insert here. So here you can see I have ID. So ID is auto implemented, so I don't need to add here any ID. And I want to add admin as Yamin. And I want to set the email as yamin@gmail.com. So I can do this in the registration also. So actually I want to add only one admin right now, and I want to do registration for the all other members. So I will actually show you how you can actually register for the members. But for now actually let me just add an admin first. So yamin@gmail.com, and then password is 123, and I want to set that admin, and I want to say here go. So now actually you can see this is our query. So we actually insert in the users table where ID, name, email, password, role, and then values is like this. So if I go here in the users table, now you can see that we have an admin right now, and the role is admin. So now actually we will do registration for the members. Let's go to the code editor. Let me just go to the registration. So register.php, and here actually I want to write first HTML. And I need a form. So I will write here form form. In the form, actually I need to add action, and I will actually redirect to the same page. So I will say here register.php, and here my method is post. Here I need input fields. Let me just go to the database and let me check here that my database, if I go to the users table, you can see I need name, email, password, and role. Okay, input type text, and I want here name, right? So it's a name, and pop it. So this will be email. Then we need another input for the password. So type should be password, and we need role, right? So I want to actually, I don't want to give them option that you want to log in as admin or the users. So basically I want to do is that I don't want to keep registration process for the admin will actually added from the database, but I just want to add this register process for the all other users except admin. Okay, so I don't need to give here section, okay, to actually check that if it is admin, or I will actually fix here a value, I mean input type, and there should be text, and I will say set the value for it, right? And I will say that value admin, right? Sorry, users. If I go to the browser, if I go to the structure, you can see we have only let me check. So we have user. So I will say here user. Okay, and I want to set the input is hidden. Okay, I want to set the input is hidden. So I will say here hidden. Okay, And I want to add one more button, like submit button. So in this video actually I will show you the different way. In our previous project actually I have used input button, right? I mean, I have given here type is submit. In this video actually we will use directly button, and we will use server dollar underscore server global variable. Okay, so this is the button and sign up. And actually I want to set here button type submit. Now my button will act as submit button, and I have right here sign up. So this is the file, and now if anybody actually click here submit, then it will go to the register.php. So we have to accept the file, right? So let's say one form validation. So how can you actually do form validation? We just have to go to the top. We just have to say here PHP script. Here I will say that if I'll say here dollar underscore server variable. So we'll say here request method is equal to post. If the method is post, then actually it will, I mean, enter here. I want to set all the I mean, I want to store all the variables. So I will say name. So name is for the this text. Okay, name, and this email is will be, I mean, email. The password will be password. That's it. And the input. Okay, so this will be role. That's it. So if I go to the browser, you can see that we have name, email, password, and row. So we have name, email, password, and role here. So let's just store all of them. So name should be like dollar underscore post, because our method is post. So I have to use super global variable post. And here I want to say name because my field name is name, and this is actually local variable. You can give it any name, so no problem. And let me just copy it for email, password, and row. I'll say here email. I'll say here password. I will say here role. Okay. So we have set all of them. Now actually I want to, insert the query. So I will say $SQL for the query. And I want to say here SQL is for the insertion, we know insert into the table name. So our table name is users. Let me check users. Okay. Our table name is users, and all the column names. So we know name, mail, password, and role. So let me just check once again that I write it in a right way or not. So name, email, password, and role. So everything is right here. So now actually we want to add values, and then we just have to give single quotation, and we just need to separate them to comma, and we just need to pass all the variables. So name, then we need email for the email field, we need password, and the last one is role, dollar. Okay, dollar role. Now we need to execute the query. So we will execute the query. So if you want to execute the query, the function is MySQL I underscore query. And here you just have to pass two parameters. So we need to connect to the database, right? So let me just store the result in a variable. So I will say here dollar result equal to this query. Okay, I mean this function. And here actually we have to pass two parameter, one for the connection, one for the SQL. So we have actually created the connection in the db.php, and our variable is con here. So we just need to include it actually. So here I want to include. So I will say here include db.php. Now actually we can access the variable from this db.php. So this con variable. So actually I want to copy it, and I want to pass this con variable here as parameter and my SQL. So now actually the result will be executed, and it will be stored in the result variable. And I will check that if something wrong happened. So if not execute the result, I will say echo the error. So I will say that error, and I want to paste the error. So I will say dollar result error. uh, Else it will say that echo insert, register. You have registered successfully, right? You have, sorry, you have registered successfully. Let's check if it is working or not. So we'll go to the browser here, and actually I want to go to the register.php. So here you can see successfully connected. Why? We didn't give here any value, right? It shouldn't actually show like this. So I'll say, okay, so the problem is actually successfully connected because uh, if we go to the db.php, here you can see we have here else, right? So successfully connected. So we just need to remove it, right? Okay, now actually it will show this. Okay, so our database is actually successfully connected, and here you can see we have 3 field and a button, sign up button. So I want to do style for it. Okay, so let me just check if I can add all the, what can I say, I can add new user or not. So here you can see if I go to the users table, browse. So here you can see we have only one user, that is admin. And now let's say I want to add user. So I will say Nilon at gmail.com. So password is, let's say, 123. And I want to click on sign up. Not now. So here you can see you have registered successfully. So now let's check if it is registered or not. So refresh. So here you can see we have user, right? Now our role is user. We have add user, and the name is Milan, and the email and the password. Okay, so everything is working perfectly. Now let's do CSS, do style for it. So let's go here, and I want to go to the style.css. Let me just remove it. So here you can see we have style.css and register.php. If you want to actually access any CSS file, you just have to link it to the original file, your PHP file. So link, and then here you can see in the reference we just have to say that style.css. Now we can actually access the style.css in this page. So let me just give here title. So we'll say library. So actually the problem is, let's say I want to show all the time in the title. Okay, if I go here, you can see let me just go back. Here you can see we have library here, right? Now let's say I want to show it in every single page. So every single time actually I have to give here title. Okay, so I can actually create a different file, okay, for the title, for the header. So I want to actually copy the header, only header in different file. So I will create a new file in the library. I want to save it as heading.html. Let's say. So every single time actually I want to okay, I actually don't want to set here HTML file. Actually I want to set it as PHP. Okay, no problem. So every single time actually I will include the heading.php file in different page. So let me just paste it here, and let me just remove the HTML here. Okay, actually I don't need to remove it here. So this is the title, and this is the style sheet link, and now every single page we just have to include it. So you will write here, you just need to say here include. So actually we have to say here PHP script. So I will say PHP. I want to say here PHP, and I want to say include. I want to say here I want to include the common file for the heading. So heading.php, heading, heading.php. Now let's check if it is working like before. Here you can see it's working properly. And let me just remove it. And now if I refresh, here you can see we have changed our title. Our title is changed. And now if I include it, now our title will be what? Here you can see library. So every single time actually we just need to include it. We don't need to write the whole heading part. Okay, we don't need to access the, we don't need to include the CSS also every single time. We just need to include this one line of code. So that's it. Now let's say it's working properly. Now I want to do css for this form. Really want to set a class for the body. Actually I can no problems, I'll say here a class for the body. I'll set register. We need actually register. Okay, so this is the register class, so let me just copy it, and I want to go here and I want to say dot and the class name. So in css we actually want to if you want to actually access the class, then you have to give dot. So here I want to comment out it. I want to say that css for register page, register this. So we have set a class for the body register, and now I actually want to say that margin 0. So now go and refresh. Now here you can see there is no margin, but I want to show all the item. Let's say I want to show the register form input, display, flex direction, column. Refresh. Nothing happened. Actually, I want to set here display flex, and I want to set the flex direction. I mean, I want to actually cut it from here, and I want to paste it here. Now let's check, refresh, nothing is happening. Actually, I don't want to do like this. I want to, let's check it once again, and I don't want to use the body here. I just need to cut it from here, and let's say I want to add a div here. Okay, and I want to actually set the class for the div, and I want to cut the form from here, and I want to set it inside the div. Okay, that's it. And now I'll say that I want to set star. I mean, for the whole body, I want to say that margin 0 and padding 0. But for the class, I mean, for the div register, I want to say that I want a fixed width of, let's say, 500 pixel, or let's say 200. Okay, and if I go to here, let's say I want to show them in the middle. Okay, middle of the page. So I can set here padding left, let's say 200 pixel, and let me just set here a background color. It's a gray or green. And if I refresh, nothing is happening. Why? Actually, I want to change the register input. Let's say I want to say that width 100%, and I want to add padding of 30 pixel. Let's say nothing is changing here. Why? So I want to give here a class, and I want to access it here, and I want to say padding. Refresh. See, there is nothing changed. So I hope something is going wrong here. And I don't know why. If I go to the heading.php, here you can see we have the title, but let's say I want to style styles. Oh, styles.css styles. Okay, so silly mistake here, just single. Okay, single s we just forgot to give here. So this is the mistake here, and now I hope it will work. And let me go to the register, and here if I go to the style.css, and here actually let's go here and refresh. Now you can see everything is changing. Okay, so I want to actually remove it. I want to set here, let me just remove it. Okay, and I want to say here that I want to remove the class from this email. We have css here. Let me save it and refresh. What is happening here with padding? Actually, I want to refresh. So now you can see that we are in a div, and our div color is green, but I actually want to show this div in the inside of the page, I mean in the middle of the page. So I will say here, I can set here display flex, and I can say here justify content center, align item center. refresh. Okay, so all the items in the center, right? But we have space in the left side, so we can set okay, no problem. Actually, I want to remove the background color. I want padding, sorry, margin left, margin top. Okay, margin top, let's say 200 pixel. Refresh. Okay, so now we are in the middle of the page. And one more thing I can say here, like want to set, I want to go to the register and I want to set BR in every single, after every single input actually. So I will say here input, and here also, and here also. So I want to add a BR and break so that it goes to the new line. Okay, now it's actually working. Now, so if I go here, you can see if I go to the style.css, we have margin top of 200 pixel, right? Okay, everything is all right here, and I want some padding. So I'll go here and I will say that dot register and input. I want to add padding of, let's say, 20 pixel. Refresh. Okay, and I want to add margin also. I mean for the outside gap. Okay, margin. Let's say 5 pixel. I mean for the outside of this input. Okay, input fields. Here you can see we have got you know some space, and let's say want to say that okay, these are I want to add placeholder. So I can say here, okay, I can do registration, I can do CSS for the button also. So I will say here registered button, and same thing. Okay, refresh, sign up. So one the full width, I will say here width 100%. Refresh. Okay, now actually sign up works properly, right? Okay, and I want border, so I will say border radius will be 2 pixel. Solid. Border radius will be 2 pixel. Okay, refresh. Okay, so the border radius is now 2 pixel, and you see, and if hover on it, it's changing the color, right? Okay, and here I want to add placeholder, so I will go to the register PHP, and here I want to set placeholder. I will say here placeholder, enter your name. Let me say here placeholder, enter your email. I want to set here placeholder, enter your password, and everything is done. If I refresh now, you can see there is a placeholder. So it's now looking good, right? And let's say I actually want to show the let's say the dot, okay, dot line, and I don't want the whole border. So I will say go here, and for the input field, actually I don't need any borders. I will say uh, border none. I don't need any border. So refresh, there is no border, but I want border bottom. So I will say border bottom. I can say here 2 pixel solid blue. We have sign up. So let me just change the color for the sign up button. So I will say here background color, background color. I need actually green. I can say here light green. Let's say light green or sky blue. Let's say fresh. Okay. Now we can actually sign up. So this is our registration page. Now actually it's look, I think far better than previous, right? So we will do validation, okay? But not in this video, actually in our next video. So in this video, actually we will show three file as I mean for the registration, for the login, and for the logout. So let me just say here that I actually want to do the CSS for registration, PHP, comma, login dot PHP, comma, logout, So actually, logout page actually cannot be accessed. So yeah, both page. So I will copy from here, and I will go to the login.php, and here actually I want to paste it. That's it. And now in the login page, actually I need two field. One for the username, I mean email, okay, in this case, and the second one is for the password. And submit button, okay, everything will be same. And now the action will be changed here because we are actually uh, now we'll check that login.php because we want to actually redirect to the same page for the login purpose. And now actually we will add here PHP script. We just have to give here a question mark, dollar underscore server variable request method, request request underscore method post. Then actually you have to say that, okay, now actually I want to store the values. So I will say here dollar email, right? Email and password. So I will say here dollar email equal to dollar underscore post. And let me just copy it once again. And here I just want to say that password. Now actually we have to include the db.php file, right? So we just have to say here, sorry, in CLUD include. We just have to say here db.php. We just want to actually start the session because now actually we need to, store the user ID. Let's say, to track the user, right? So we will use here session. So I will say here dollar underscore, it will be like session start because I have to start the session. So like this. Now we have to, keep session variable here. So I will say here dollar session, SESS7 session, the variable name. Let's say, actually, we don't know the user, right? Still. So we just have to say here the SQL first. So I will say SQL, I mean the query. And here actually I want to select star from the users where email is equal to, the email is equal to dollar email. Dollar. If I go to the browser, you can see our column name is email also. Result, because I want to execute the query and I want to set the result in the result variable. So I'll say here MySQL I query, and here I want to pass two variables. So one for the connection and another one is for the SQL in our query. So now I will say if dollar result, I will say here number of rows is greater than 0. I mean, if the value is exist in the table, we will say that, we will do something, okay? And otherwise, actually, we will say that, oh, so here you can see we have select stuff. We have, fetch all the data from the users table, and where we have said that where the email is like this. And now actually we will check the if the result, a number of rows is greater than 0. If their result, if there any result exists actually, so we'll actually enter here. Otherwise, we will say that the error. So we'll say echo the error. So the error is, I want to actually say here dollar result error. Okay. And now actually we have to check the password also, right? Let's say somebody actually give us the email, right email, but did mistake on the password. So we should check it also, right? So we'll say here if dollar, let's say I want to set a variable. Okay. I want to actually set here a variable. সারাদিন কাম দাস নেই, আমি কাম করতে গেছি মনে বুঝবা মিলন না এলে ভালো হইব। So now actually I want to set here variables dollar row, and I want to fetch all the data. So I will say here MySQL I fetch as associative array. So fetch assoc. So this is the function, and I want to pass the parameter result. Okay. So now actually the result will be stored in the row table. So I will say here if dollar row, and I want to know the password also. If dollar row password, if dollar row password is equal to um, same as the password password, I mean field password, then actually we will let him enter. Otherwise, we will say that your password is wrong. I mean wrong credential. Okay, so password, and okay, we will say that okay, if the password is like password, we will say okay, you can log in. Otherwise, we will say that else. We will say that echo. Uh, we can actually redirect to the header login page, right? So we'll say header function here, header, and here actually I want to say location, and actually I want to say here location should be login.php. So this is the thing, and now our code is now actually perfect. So, and now let's say I want to let's say our password is right also. So I will enter this clause. I need to set here session variable. So I will say here session. The session variable name is, let's say, user. I actually want to say user ID here, user ID, let's say, and I want to set it, let's say, dollar row ID, right? Okay, ID. And I want to set the role also. So I will say here the role, and here I want to actually say that dollar underscore session. I will say here role. Okay. And set the role as dollar row. Okay. So we have session row ID. Okay. Session role. We have session user ID. We have session role. So now actually we actually say it, and now you can actually redirect anywhere. So let's say I will actually go to, let's say, dashboard for now only. Okay, when we will actually work for the dashboard, so we will actually create different dashboard for the admin. But right now actually we will go to the dashboard.php, let's say. Okay, so I will say here header function, and actually I want to say here okay, header location should be, I will say dashboard.php. That's it. And I want to set here exit, so that it just exit the current script. That's it. Okay, so that's it. And now actually I want to go to the dashboard, and here you can see I have include the db.php. So okay, now actually I want to for now actually I want to say here, okay, welcome to dashboard. That's it. And now let's go to the browser, and so this is the library, I mean register.php. So I will go to the index, and I will go to the login.php. Okay, so I'll go here login.php. So this is our login page, and here let's say I want to insert the email. So the user email is, let's say, milon@gmail.com. So I will say here milon@gmail.com, because this is the unique one. So let's say I want to give the wrong password 456. If I log in, then you can see I'm redirecting to the login page. But let's say I will give here milon@gmail.com, and I want to set here password, let's say 123. I mean the correct password here you can see 123. Now I will login, and here you can see I am now in the dashboard. So it is actually working, right? And now let's say we will go for the logout.php. So I want to actually let's say in the dashboard, actually I want to uh, add a link. So I will say here uh, actually want to echo a link. So I will say echo, or maybe I can okay, let me remove it, and actually I want to say here HTML, let's say, and I want to add anchor link here. So I will say anchor link. Okay, I'll say here href. I'll say okay, the href would be logout.php. Okay, and here actually I will say log out. Here you can see that we have logout.php. Now actually let me check if it is working perfect or not. So if I refresh here, you can see we have logout. So if I click on logout, then you can see we are in the logout.php. But actually, what I mean, whom actually we want to log out. So we have to, pass the, user ID with the URL, right? I mean, to the next page. So now in the current page, we have dashboard.php. If I click on logout, we are in the logout.php. So we need the ID in the logout.php. So we have to pass through URL, right? So now let's go here and in the login.php, I mean in the dashboard, right? So we just have to, we need to know the user ID, right? So here actually I want to uh, include the session. So I will say here session start, and I will check if is set dollar underscore session ID. Though session variable name for the ID is user ID, right? So let me just copy it from here, and I will go here and I will paste it here. I said that if is set session ID, right? I mean, if session ID is set, then actually we will enter here. Else, I mean, if not set, then we will actually say that, uh, I want to actually redirect to the login page. You have to log in first, okay? So I will say here header. I will say location login dot php exit. I want to exit the script here. And let's say somebody actually logged in. So what will happen? So that time actually we will store the user ID. So I will say here dollar ID. Let's say dollar user ID. Okay, I will say here dollar underscore session user ID. Now actually I want to pass this user ID. Okay, uh, with this logout PHP. So here I want to say that uh, like this. Okay, I want to set a question mark here, and I want to pass the variable user ID. Okay, just I have to say here that user ID and then the user ID. Okay, that's it. So now let's check if it is working perfectly and refresh. If I click on logout, there is actually nothing pass. So I hope I should use here single quotation, or the problem is actually here I just have to use PHP script. Okay, so I have to say here PHP and like this. Okay, so here you can see we have logout button now, and if I click, still there is no value. But okay, let me. Okay, so I just need to echo here, right? Because without echo it, actually we cannot show the value, right? So let me just leave it here. So now go back, refresh, logout. Now you can see our user is 2. Here now in the logout we have to actually accept the value. So you just have to write here PHP script and we just have to start the session here. So I will say session start and I will say if is set session $_session variable and the session variable is user ID. I've said here that if is set user ID, then actually we'll store it in a variable. So I will say here dollar. Should I use it? Okay, I can actually dash a session here, right? So I will say session dash. That's it. So now let's check the logout button is working perfectly or not. And here I will refresh, and if I log out, so actually we don't need to check it. We just need to destroy here session, right? That's it. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we will talk about dashboard.php. So this dashboard basically for the users, but we need another dashboard for the admin. So I will say here that I'm going to the login page, let's say, and here when I find that, okay, actually I will check here the role. Okay, if the role is admin, then I will actually redirect to the different dashboard, right? So here I will check that if dollar row role is equal to, I will check that admin or user. So I will say here if admin, then actually it will redirect to the one page, I mean admin dashboard, and else I'll say that it will actually redirect to the location would be dashboard. So this dashboard is basically for the members, right? So here if not admin, then it will actually redirect to the common dashboard, but if admin, then it will actually redirect, I'll say header, it will actually redirect to the, I'll say admin slash dashboard dot php. So I have to create here one more dashboard. So I will say here dashboard dot php. So this dashboard is for admin, okay, and this dashboard and the second dashboard, this common dashboard, is for the users. So now let's go to the dashboard dot php for the admin here, and here I just want to check, I just want to start session here, first session start, and actually I will say that if $_session, at first actually I will check that if session is set or not. So I will say if is set $_session user ID, right? Okay, user ID. I will say here if is set session user ID, then I will say that okay. Now actually you have to check if I will say that $_session user role. So I will say role. Okay, is equal to admin or not. So if admin, then actually it will enter this clause, or if not admin, then it will actually redirect to the other dashboard. I'll say here location, the dashboard. Okay, so it will the double dot and then slash will actually redirect, it will actually go back to the main folder, the library, because we are now in the admin folder, right? So it will actually redirect, it will go back to the main folder, right? So here it will actually search dashboard.php and it will actually go here dashboard.php. So that's actually I have given here two dot. So it will actually go back to the root folder and then it will go to the dashboard.php. Otherwise, actually, it will say that, okay, I want to say that echo, you are admin. So now let's go and check. I will go, uh, but at first, let me check that if is set user ID, and otherwise, I will say else please log in. Okay, so I will say header function location, and I would say here location should be login dot php. Okay, now let's go to the dashboard.php, and here you can see we just need to go to the login.php, but the that was for the users. But let's go for the admin. So I will say here library slash admin slash dashboard dot php. Enter. So it's saying that there is no like, you know, path is not found. Okay, why I don't know. So let's check admin. We have admin, right? So we have admin. We have dashboard.php here. Dashboard.php. So what is the problem here? Not a big deal. No problem. So let's the problem is library. Okay, library, library. Slash. Okay, so we just have to go to the admin slash dashboard dot php. So the problem was, yeah, if you go to the login, so this was the problem actually. I forgot to mention this location. So actually it took so I made this mistake and it took 1 hour to actually solve this. So this fucking silly mistake actually, uh you know, every single time, I don't know why code editor are fucking idiots. They should, you know, give us some warning, right? So that I can understand. It's a silly mistake and nobody actually sometimes actually we forgot to, you know, focus on this kind of fucking things. So finally actually we are able to actually solve the problem. So this is the mistake, and now it works perfectly, and let me show you. Mm, let's say I want to go to the logout, so I will say here logout.php. Okay, so now actually I want to log in. Um, uh, so let's say I want to log in as normal user, Milan at gmail.com. Oh, sorry, Milan at gmail.com, and the password is 123. Login. Okay, so now I am logged in as a user, right? So let's say I want to access the admin or dashboard. So let's check we can access it or not. So I will say dashboard.php. Here you can see we are redirecting to the use dashboard, right? Our user dashboard here. If I go to the code editor, here you can see I have set the rule. Okay, so we'll actually check that if the user have any ID or not. So if the user have any ID, then the user is either admin or user, right? So we found that, okay, if it is admin or not. If not admin, then we will actually read it to the user dashboard. Okay, the common dashboard. But if the admin, then it will actually said that, okay, you are admin. So here you can see we solved it. So now let's say I want to log out. Without login, I want to go to the admin slash dashboard.php, and here you can see the URL actually getting me problems. So I will say here one more time. Let's say admin slash dashboard.php. So now uh, it's saying that we are in the admin login. So I think something wrong happened here. So okay, so the problem is actually we should give here double dot then slash, because we are in the admin, right? So we have to go to the, you know, root folder. So that's why actually we just give here 2 dot. Let's say I have here one more folder, let's say admin 2, and the dashboard is inside the admin 2. Then that time actually I have to give here one more, I mean two more double, I mean one more double dot, or what can I say, 2 dot, right? So, but we have only one folder, and then actually we have the root folder. So that's why actually I have to give here 2 dot and then slash. Now it will work if I say here admin slash dashboard, admin slash dashboard dot php, and here you can see we are in the login page. So now actually I want to go as yummy at gmail.com. I mean, I want to log in as admin. So okay, yummy at gmail.com, and I want to say here 123 login. Okay, so now it's saying that you are an admin, right? So let's do it for the um common dashboard, right? So I will go here, and so here you can see we are in the common dashboard, and okay, I want to actually set here, I want to paste it here, and I will say here if the user role is user, if the user role is user, okay, because if we go to the database, we have we can see that, okay, we have user. So I'll say here if the user, then we will say that you are user, and otherwise actually you just have to go to the, so you just have to go to the admin, okay, admin slash dashboard, and if you are not logged in, you just have to go to the login.php. That's it, and we have logout. So let me just copy it. I want to paste it here because I want to log out also for the admin dashboard. So now let's say I am logged in as admin, right? So I want to actually go to the normal user dashboard. Can I access? No. Actually, it will redirect me to the admin dashboard. Okay. So if I go to the once again normal dashboard, here you can see I am in the admin dashboard. So if I log out, it's saying, okay, one more time, we just have to say here admin slash. Okay, so we just have to set here logout.php, right? Okay, so here we just have to give double dot slash, because we are in the admin file when we are actually sorry, not here, here, because we are in the admin folder, so we just have to give here double dot then slash, because we have to go to the root directory. That's why actually we have to give here double dot, and then we actually can access logout.php. That's it. So now it will actually work if I say here, let's say I want to go to the admin slash dashboard, and I want to log out. So actually, it will destroy the session, right? Everything is done in the dashboard. We have created a different, I mean, separate dashboard for the admin and for the local user, I mean, for the members, right? In our next video, we will talk about only adbook.php, and then we will talk about manage users or view books. Then actually, we will talk about manage users.php, and then we will complete our admin dashboard. Okay, then we will go for the users. Welcome back to another video. So we are in the library DB, I mean our database, and now we actually go for the books. I mean we will actually add books. Okay, so how you can actually do this? Here you can see we have ID, title, author, ISBN number, and image and quantity. If I go to the structure, you can see that we have ID auto incremented, and we need actually title, author, ISBN, and image and quantity. So image is a tough one because the file, so we have to handle the file, right? So we'll go to the admin. Here you can see in the admin actually we can add books, right? I mean our admin only can add books. So here we have add book.php. Now actually we will do query for the add books. Okay, so I will type here HTML, and I just want to remove the head section from here because we have heading.php for this. So I will include the heading.php here. So I will say here include, but I just have to write PHP script here, right? Okay, so PHP script, and I will say here include my file is, what is the file name? So my file name is heading.php. Now I can access the heading.php because I don't have to give the title and like all the links. So now actually I will add book. So here in the body section I will save form, and here I am going to add books. So form action, I need action, and action should be in the same page. So I will say here add book. So I'm the admin folder, right? So I will say here admin slash add book dot php, and I have to add method as post. And now actually I will add input. So I will say that okay, let me just say here, okay, let me just go to the database, and here we need title, author, ISBN. Okay, so we need uh, title. So text field, I mean input field, input field, input field, input field, input field. Okay, we need how many input field? 5, right? So I will say here input, and actually I want to copy it 5 times. So, 5. And one more time, that is for the button. So I'll say input button, and just the button should be submit, or maybe I can use here button. So I'll say button, and button type, let's say submit. And here I will say that add book. So I need type text for the title. For the author I need text. ISBN is also worker, so I will add here text. And then image also. Okay, so image is file, right? So I will say here input type file. And when I say file here, that time actually I just have to change something here. I mean, I just have to add here, and that is called enc type, and that is from data slash multipart. That's it. Okay, so yes, we'll take integer, text field here. So let's name it. I need title, so I'll say here title, and the next one is author. So I'll say here author, and the third one is ISBN. I will say ISBN, and the fourth one is image. So I will say it image, uh, image, and then quantity, QUANTITY, quantity. And we have submit button here. Is post, and in type is form data. So here we just have to say here title. I want to say here author. I want to say here ISBN. I want to say here image. Yeah, image. Okay, and then quantity. Now let's go to the addbook.php. So go here, and I will go to the admin slash addbook.php. Okay, so you can see failed to open stream, no such file or directory. Why? Include heading.php. Why this is problematic, I don't know. So we have, okay, so we just have to say here double dot, because now you're in the admin, right? But we have to access the heading php from the root folder. So we just have to go to the root folder first. So we have to give here 2 dot. Now actually it will work. If I refresh now, you can see there is no error. So we have title here, author, ISBN, and we have the image and the quantity. So we have everything here. Now let's say I want to do style for it. So actually I want to save here a div, and I want to copy the form. Cut it from here and paste it here inside it. So let me just go here and say, okay, I need to just give a tab here, and let me just give one more tab so that it looks good. Okay, so now actually I want to give a class here. So I will say class. I will say admin admin class. Okay, admin. And here uh I'm going to so I can say here admin add book, or I can say here add slash book. Okay, so this is the class actually. I want to access it in the CSS. So I will go to the style.css. I'll go here and I will say that, okay, let's comment out it. And I will say that admin add book. And I want to access the class. So I will give here a dot and the class name. And that's I want to show that, okay, display as flex, please. Justify content center, margin top 200 pixel, refresh. Okay, and I want to say here BR, let's say, for every single input. After every single input I will use BR and refresh. Okay, now it's working, but the problem is it's not working. Okay, I just have to copy it and okay, I have paste it. Display flex, justify content center, margin top 200 pixel, but actually I cannot access this. Why? Okay, let me just copy the head part directly from here, and I want to go to the add book and actually want to set here like this. And here I just have to say that dot slash. Now let's check if it is working perfectly or not. So still not working properly. I will say here dot add me. I want to copy all of things from here. I want to paste it here. Now let's check if it's working. Now actually it's working, right? So I don't want to access this style sheet from other page. Okay, just have to copy it. Okay, and let's say I want to add margin of 5 pixel. So there is margin also, but I think these are not looking good. So margin top should be, let's say, 150. Okay, and the title, author, these are, so I can give here placeholder. I want to remove them, and actually I want to add placeholder for the design purpose because I want to make video short. So I can say here placeholder, and I can say here book title, and here placeholder I will say author. Now refresh. Here you can see we have placeholder here, and actually I want to copy all the style from the from here. Actually I want to copy everything, and let me just copy all of them. And actually I just want to say here admin. Okay, did mistake. So here for from here actually I want to remove them, and here I want to show them. Okay, so we just have to change here register in refresh. Okay, so it's working perfectly, and actually I want to, okay, so to remove the file uh, uh, border, actually I want to set here a class, so, that's called file. So I will go here and I will say that dot file. I don't need any border, so I will say here border. Refresh. I will say here important. Okay. So forcefully, actually, I remove the background. Underline here. So we have book title, author, ISBN, and the image. So and then book quantity, and then add book. So I will say here and to say it with 100%. Okay, and now actually I want to remove the button with, let's say. So I want to actually remove the button with. Okay, so this is add book now, and you have book title, author, ISBN, and everything. Okay, so that's it. Now we will do query for it. Go here in the top, write PHP script. I need to check that if dollar underscore global variable server, and I will check that request underscore method is equal to post or get. So I will say here post, then I will enter here. Otherwise, I will show the error because there will be error, right? So okay, no. There will be no else here. So here you can see we have if condition. So we'll check that if the request method is, if the request method is post, so we'll actually enter the clause. And now actually I want to I want to start session first because without admin, actually no one can enter here. Okay, so session start, and actually I want to say that, uh, and okay, now actually if this method is post, so actually it will enter here, and I want to actually uh, store the variables. So I will say here dollar, the variable, all the variables from the fields. All the values from the fields, right? So I need local variable, and I need to accept those values. Dollar title. I want to say here dollar underscore post because the method is post, and here actually I need the variable title. Uh, the, field name. So the field name was title, right? Okay. So we I can actually copy it for the author, for the ISBN, for the entity, right? Okay. Okay. And here I want to say that ISBN, so I will say here, sorry, author, right? Author, and the third one is for the ISBN. And the next one is for the file. So I will actually, at first, I want to add quantity. So I will say here quantity. Now let's go for the file. So for the file, actually, I need to know the file name. Okay, because I want to add the file name only in the database. So I will say here file name. So file name, let's say file name, or I can say here image, image, because my if I go to the database here, you can see my database column name is image. So I will say here image equal to, I will say here dollar underscore. For the file, we have global variable files, and here we need two parameter, two parentheses, right? So the first one is our field name. So our field name is image. I'll say here IMAGE, image. And the next one would be, okay, so let me tell you that when we actually submit a file, our server, localhost server actually create a temporary file location. So here actually they saved it as the name. Okay, so they save it, save the file name as name. So I have access the variable name here, name, and then actually we need to know the file location. Okay, so I will say here dollar file location. So I will say here location, or I can say here image location. So the image location is dollar underscore files, and our full field name is image, right? And we need one more parameter here, and we know that actually our localhost server create a temporary file, right? File location. So we know the I want to know the location. So the variable for the temporary location is tmp underscore location. So I have to write here like this. Okay, so I made a mistake here, not temp location, because actually I want to know the temporary location name, right? I mean temporary location name. So I have to say here tmp name because I want to know the temporary location name. So I have to write it. I want this location because actually I want to move my file, okay, from the temporary location to my image folder, okay, because I have created this image folder for the all the images, because we cannot actually insert image in the database. We can actually only insert image file name or any text, right? So for this actually I have created image to actually store all the image, but we will actually serve the image name only in the database. Okay, so we'll only insert image name, but uh, you know all the image will be stored in the image folder. So that's why actually I need the image temporary location. Now actually we will move it to the our location. Okay, but we will do it after actually we when we'll actually insert in the database. After the insertion, actually we will move it to the image folder. Otherwise we will not move it in the image folder. Okay, so here we have image location, file image temporary name, and we have quantity. Now actually I want to remove this from here, and I'm going to paste it here. And now let's say we have image name, we have quantity, ISBN, author, title. Now actually we can do query here. So I need to connect to the database. So I'll say here dollar SQL. Let me just write query first. Okay, I can write query later. Let me just include the connection. So I will say here include our connection file name is db.php, but we are in the admin. So we just have to give here double dot then slash, because we just have to go to the root directory. That's why. So we have included. Now actually I can do query. So I will say here insert into the table name is books, where the column will be title, comma author, comma ISBN, comma image, comma quantity. And I need to add values for them. So I'll say here 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me just separate them using comma, 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 comma. The first variable name is title. So I will say here title. The second variable is author. The third variable is ISBN. And the fourth variable is image. I have to say here dollar image. And the fifth variable is dollar quantity. Now I will say if, okay, now actually I want to execute the query. So I will say MySQL query, query query. And actually I want to pass the query here. So I will say dollar connection variable and the query. And actually I want to store the query result in the variable that is result. Now we will check that if not the result execute, if not result execute properly, we will say that error. And I'm going to paste the error. So $con error. Otherwise we are going to do this. Now actually I'm going to move upload file. I'm going to use this function, and here I just have to give the current location. So I will say here, okay, my current location is this location. Copy, and then actually I want to go to my destination location. So I just have to say here upload location. So I will say here dollar upload location would be dollar underscore. Okay, sorry. This will be my uh, this file. I mean slash. So I just have to give here double quotation, then slash, then the image folder. Okay. So this is the update. I mean upload location. So I just have to copy it and I just have to pass it with the name. So I have to use here a dot for the concatenation and the name. So this image. So I just have to copy it because in the image variable we have the image. I mean our temporary file name. Okay. Now our method is, our function is done. Now we'll actually we insert. We have insert the books or image with its all other column, and then we said that if the result is executed successfully, then okay, now you can move the image file from the temporary location to the our destination. Okay, upload location. So now actually it will move the file with the temporary name also. So everything is done here, and now we can say here echo that uh, book added successfully. Now let's check if it is working perfectly or not. So I'm going to tell here book title. Let's say okay, I want to actually download any book. Let's say Atomic Habits. Let's say I want to save it. The book name is Atomic Habits. Author name is James Clear. ISBN, let's say 000. And I want to insert the image file. So I will go to the downloads because I have downloaded it here. Atomic Habits. And book quantity, let's say I have only one piece. So I will click here add book. Okay, so the problem was this post. So I have write it like small letter. We just have to say it like this post. And if I go to the browser, now let's say I want to, here you can see I have added it. If I refresh, now you can see uh, we have only the ID and the quantity. Okay, so let me just delete it. I want to go here and I want to add the title. So title is Atomic Habits and the author is James Clear. ISBN, let's say 000. And the file is this file, and let's say quantity is 15. And book, here you can see book added successfully. Check here. Let's go to the browser. Here you can see we have added the book atomichabits.jpg. So let's say I want to actually change the ID. It would be 1, let's say. Okay, so everything is done here, and now in our next video we will actually fetch the book. Here you can see in our admin all PHP file we have view books, right? So in our next video we will talk about view books. How you can actually fetch all the data from this table. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. In our previous video we have shown add book.php. Now actually we want to fetch the book. So here you can see view books.php. So today actually we will work for it. So here we have view books, right? And let's say I want to fetch all the books here. So first I'm going to say here HTML and library, let's say, and I want to say here style, and I want to do style in this same page. And let me just add title here. I forgot to add title. Okay, oh, already I have the title, right? Okay, no problem. Okay, now in the body, actually, I want to fetch all the books, right? So I will actually, add a table here, and I want to actually fetch all the data as table. Okay, so I'm going to add table, and I have table head. So I will say here T H E A D table head, and we have a table body, T body, and inside the table head, let's say I want to show all the row. So if I go to the browser, if I go to the database, here you can see we have books table. If I go to the structure, so we actually want to we don't want to show the ID, right? We just want to show the title, author, ISBN, image, and quantity. So 1 2 3 4 5, we need 5 columns. So I will say here TR, and I want to say here TH, and I need 5 column. Copy 1 column, 2 column, 3 4 5. First one is title, second one is author, third one is ISBN, fourth one is image, fifth one is quantity. So we have table body here. Now I want to add table row, and here I will say TD. Done. And now let's name our table as, I want to actually access the table here in the style. So I will say table. I want to say border none, tr, want to say actually table tr h. I will say here border radius. Actually, I don't want to use here table. I want to say TRTH and TD. Border radius 2 pixel. Border bottom. Actually, I want to remove it. I want to say that border bottom 2 pixel. Solid. Green. Let's check. Okay. Go to the browser, and let's say I want to go to the view books. Here you can see we have title, author, ISBN, image, and quantity. And actually for the TD, I don't want to show it here. Actually, I want to say that TD. So I have a background color. Let's say I want to set here background color gray. Refresh. Oh, if I zoom, okay, you can see it. Okay, and I want to say that border none. So I want to set width for the table. I will say width. Let's say 100%. Okay, so now actually it. So this is our table, right? So now actually I want to fetch all the data from the database. Here I have to write PHP script. Session start. And here I want to include. I want to include. Sorry, I want to check. Yes, I want to include db.php because I will do query and I need the connection. So include db.php. And now actually I want to write the query. So I will say here $SQL, the query, select star from, okay, I just have to give a double quotation, and I have to say here select star from the books table here. Okay, I want to actually fetch all the data, all the books. I want to say here result, the query function, that is MySQL I query. This is the function, and I need to pass connection with the query. And now I want to say if not the result is executed, we will say that echo error. I'll say here dollar result. Sorry, yes, dollar result. I'll say error. And otherwise, we'll actually fetch them. And here I want to write PHP script once again because I will do some code here. And here I will say that I want a variable with row, and I will actually, you know, fetch all the data from this result variable as associative array. So I will write here a function that is called MySQL I fetch assoc. Here I will pass the result variable. So we have now the result as associative array, and it is stored in the dollar row variable, right? Let me just remove it from here, and I want to actually paste it here. Right here a loop, there is while loop. I will say that while okay, let me just cut it from here. Actually, I want to paste it inside it, so I will say here while row. Okay, so it will actually fetch all the data, and I want to actually remove this loop and from here, and actually I want to show all the data. So the first TD, okay, so I want to say here PHP script, and I want to echo it, want to echo the donut low title. So it will actually show the title. So I have to copy multiple times for the author, for the ISBN, for the image. So for the title, author, ISBN, image, and quantity. And here 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so here will be title author, here will be ISBN, and this is for the image. So I will actually remove it from here. I will say here quantity. That's it. And now I need to actually stop the loop here because I haven't actually closed the loop, right? So I have to close it here. So I will say here one more PHP script. I want to close it, and I want to say okay. So now let's go and check. If I refresh, failed to open stream, no such such of, okay, the problem actually is we want to include it, right? So we just have to give here double dot then slash, because now we are in the admin, so we have to go to the parent directory, right? Root directory. So that's why actually we have to give it here. And if I now refresh, now you can see it's working perfectly. Atomic habits, James Clear, and we are getting the all the values. So here you can see we are not getting the image properly. We just know the image name, right? So if you want to add image, I mean, if you want to show or fetch the image, you have to use image tag. So I just have to remove it from here. and I want to say here image tag, and in the source actually I have to uh, give it. Okay, so in the source, as I'm in the admin, so I have to go to the root folder. So I will say here dot dot slash, and then I have to give the image folder. So image, and then you just have to give a slash, then this echo. Now go here and refresh. Now there is image, but it's not showing. So the problem was here in the addbook.php. Last time actually we have added a book, but that time actually image not being moved because our upload location was wrong. Because we have give here double dot because we are in the admin and we just have to go to the root directory, but we just have to use one more slash after image, and that was the mistake. Now you can see I have added newly, I just deleted the previous data, and once again actually I have added this. And now if I go to the library, here you can see I have added it. Now I will go to the view books, and if I go to the view books, here you can see we have atomic habits book image, right? So that's it. And now let's okay, I want to actually show this image in the middle of the column. So for the TD actually I want to say text align should be center. Now refresh. Okay, now everything is in center, right? So that's it. So we have shown you that how actually admin can view books. So in our next video, we will talk about manage users. I mean, how admin can manage users. Admin can delete manage users, right? I mean members. So yes, we'll do this in the next video. So see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. We have a work for add book and view books. But here, let's say I'm not logged in right now, right? So if I go to the add book, here you can see I can access this. So this is not good, right? We should do validation. I mean, we should check that if the user, I mean, if there is any session, and we will check that if any session, then we will check that, okay, is there the user is admin or normal user. Okay, you can see we have start session, but actually I will check that if is set dollar underscore session, and the session variable is, let's say, user ID. If I go to the login, we can see we have set session here user ID, right? So I will check if the session is set user ID, I mean user ID is set or not. If set, then it will actually enter here. So I will say if is set user ID, then we will actually check one more thing, that if dollar session variable there is role in the login.php. Here you can see we have role for the admin and for the uh, for other user, normal user. So I will say that this role is admin or not. So I will check here if the session role, if session role is equal to admin, then actually you can do it. Okay, you can do this code. So let me just paste it here, and we will actually give here else, and we will say that if it's not admin, then actually we will redirect to the uh, user dashboard. So I will say here the header, and actually I want to say here location, and here I will say that okay, uh, dot dot, because now I'm in the admin, so I have to go to the root file, then slash, and then the file name is actually dashboard dot php. That's it. Because you are logged in as user, right? But we have to check you are admin or not. If you are admin, then you can actually add books. Otherwise, you will actually redirect to the dashboard.php. I mean, for this common dashboard. So this is done. Now actually we'll check if it is working perfectly or not. So that's it. Now, okay, so I will say here SQL. Okay, and that's it. Now actually I will check it. So let's go here, and now if I want to come here, still I can come. Why? Okay, so actually I have set it for the view books. So let me just go to the view books and let's check I can access view books or not. Here you can see we have syntax error in the 16 line. So let's go to the line 16, and here we have header. Okay, so fucking asshole problem. So usually happen to me. So no problem. And now let's check. Refresh. Okay, so still problem. Still so many problem. Okay, okay, okay. So this is the problem here. So I will say here else. I will check here first that if there is any session or not. If not, then we'll say that okay, bro, just go and go for the login. So I will say location dot slash slash sorry dot dot slash to go to the root file, and I just want to go redirect to the login.php, and that's it. Now I hope it will work. So let's go view books, right? So here you can see they are actually giving uh, you know cannot actually access this, right? Because they're not logged in. Okay, so now actually it's authentic. So now we will actually copy it. Copy the process, same process for the add books also. So here we will check that. Let me just copy it from the view book. I will check it, copy, and actually I want to say it if is set dollar session user ID. Then if role admin, then actually he can he can do it. So we'll actually copy it. I want to tab it, press tab. Okay, one more tab. So now we have this if condition here, and I need to close this. So I will go through here and I want to close it 2 times. Okay, and we want to add one more else condition here, and I will say here uh, please bro, if you are not logging, please go for the login. So I will say location dot dot slash login dot php. Let's go, and let's say I want to go for the add book. Okay, syntax error. Why? Number 28 line. So let's go here and check. We have else every single time. Okay, okay, okay. So if I go here and what is the problem? Okay, let me just go here and add book. It's taking too much time. No connection be made because the target machine active refused. Why? Bro. So this is the problem actually. We have stopped it. So let's start it once again. I don't know why it stopped. Um, it stopped itself actually. So it's running now. I can actually go here, and if I go to the add book, now you can see nobody actually can access this without login. See, so we have done validation for all of this. So thanks for watching. So in our next video, we will show you how you can actually manage users. Okay. So see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. So in this video, actually, I'm going to show you the index.php. Index.php is the home page for our project. So we will show all the books here, right? So let's start with design part. I will say here HTML, and here in the body section, actually, I'll say that, okay, I want to give here a div. Okay, so for the home page, let's say I want to add a header and footer also. So I will say here header. and I want to set footer. So I'll say footer. The footer actually I want to add a copyright information. So I will say here copyright at webtech knowledge. In the header, let's say just for now actually I want to add a title, library, homepage. I want to show all the books as a card, let's say. So I will say here div, and I want to add at first image. Let me just give a hash. After the image, actually, I want to add a titles, then author name. So S3. Okay. Here, actually, I want to set author name, and here book title. So this for the price. Sorry, plot direct. Okay. And it's ISBN. Okay. So now if I go to the index.php, let me check. Okay, let me just do some CSS for it. So I will style it here. I will go for here style tag, and here actually I want to set a library. Inside this style actually I want to save. Okay, I want to do for the header. I will say that I want to add padding of let's say 30 pixel, and basically I want to give a star sign for the whole page, and I want to say that okay I want margin and padding for the whole page is 0. And header is like this, and I want to set background color gray. And for the div, let's say here can add here section, let's say, and let me just cut it from here. I'll paste it here. Okay, and I want to actually set a class of section. I would say here uh next section. I'm going to copy it. Let me just remove it. Say here dot paste it, and actually I want to show the display specs. I will say have that. Then I can say here we don't want any overflow. So I will say here overflow in x-axis. We don't want any overflow. So I will say here hidden. Everything is done here, and actually I want to justify every content in the center. So I will say justify content center. Okay. And now everything is done, and let's say I want to say here uh, section image. I want to set width for the image width, let's say 200 pixel, or actually I can set the div, right? Div, and if I go here, I will say dot the index section image. I'll say width will be 100%. Div text line will be center. Everything is all right here. Okay. Now let's go to the browser, and I will go here. Here actually I will go to the root 5. So this is the actually page. So we have book title here, author, ISBN, and quantity, and this is the image actually, right? Okay, so we have here footer, right? So let me fix the footer. So I will go here, and I will say that okay, where is my header? Okay, here I want to say that okay, footer. Actually want to set footer fixed. Sorry, position, right? Position fixed, and I want to say bottom 0. Fish. Okay. So now actually the footer is in the bottom. So actually I want to set background color for it. So I will say background color. Okay. And actually I want to add padding of let's say 10 pixel. Refresh. Okay. And actually I want to set width. I want to set width 100%. And text align should be center. So at the footer, actually I want to set the text align should be center. Fresh. Okay. You have nice footer, and let's say I want to make the header sticky. So I will say here position of header fixed, and I want to set top to 0. Fresh. And actually I want to set width of 100%. Okay, done. And the problem is now it's giving me the error. So we'll go here index section, and here actually I want to set that okay, I need margin top. I'll say uh, let's say I want to set 100 pixel plus. Fresh. Okay, it's looking good. We have everything here perfect. And now actually I want to fetch all the data. Okay, so I have to go to the top of the page, and here I just have to write HTML script first, and I have to connect the data. I mean, I have to connect to the database, right? So I have to include it. Include. I don't need session here, right? Because this is the index page, so I don't need any session here. db.hp, and actually I want to fetch all the data, so I'll go to the view books because I have fetch here. So I will actually copy everything from here. Select from books result. If result else, actually it will oops. Yep. So let's just copy it and go for we're going to paste it here. So we have select start. Okay. So there is gap. Let me just remove all the gaps from here. Or else do other thing. And now actually I'm going to copy from the view book while loop here and here. Okay. Okay. So let's copy it. I'm just going to go to the HTML section, right? And here inside the section, we just have to run the loop. So this is while loop, and let me just remove this space. So we have the while loop here, and we have start the while loop. So we'll actually paste all of them here. Okay. So first we need image. So I will copy the image section. So let me just copy the image from here. So I want to paste it like this. So we have done, right? Yes. So image, because we are in the index, so we don't need to give here two dot because we are in the root folder also. That's it. Have to say it like this. Everything is all right here, and the book title. So let's go for the book title. So book title. Where is book title? So this is the book title. So now I just have to write it like this. Copy every single time. Okay. So here I just need to say title. Yes. The next thing is author name. So just have to copy it. Let me just paste it here. ISBN. So let me just copy it. If I want to paste it here, then what next? Image will drop the image, right? So quantity, let me copy it and paste it inside it. Okay. So now we have done, and we just have to close the loop, right? Okay. So let me just copy from here. So you have to outside the deep. Yes. Okay. So done. And now let's check if it is working perfectly. So go here and let me just refresh here. So yeah, it's working perfectly. Here you can see this is the book we got, and this is the book title and the author. So actually I can say here, let me just go here and I can say here that, okay, um, this is the title, right? So I can say here the title, then here author, each author, book title, and what ISBN, and quantity. Fresh, okay. So book title, okay. Actually, I don't want to use here H2. I can give here say P every single time. So P, okay. So here also paragraph. So actually, I want to say here paragraph. Everything's all right and refresh. Okay, and it's working perfectly. So book title, Atomic Habits, author James Clear, ISBN, and quantity. So we have complete our live. You know, index file, right? So in our next video, we will talk about borrow book. Okay, borrow.php. Let's say someone actually want to borrow the book. So we'll show you how actually anyone can borrow book. Okay. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. So today we will talk about how anyone can actually borrow book. Okay. So this is the file we are going to execute, and for let me just go to the index. So here you can see we have fetch all the emails, right? And let's say actually want to add one more button here, okay, so that anyone can actually borrow the book. I want an anchor link, okay, and I can say here that href. I will say here borrow book, okay. So I will go to the borrow borrow.php. It will go to the borrow.php, okay, and we will actually pass the book id, okay. Here you can see we have fetched all of the data from the books, right? So actually we will pass the book id also. Say here that okay, book id I need. So I'll say here book id equal to say php question mark. I will echo the book id. So I'll say here uh, dollar row book id. That's it. And now let me go to the index.php at first. So I will say here localhost slash index dot php. Sorry, localhost slash in project name, right? Library slash I have to say that index dot php. So this is the actually book. Here you can see we have added an anchor link, right? So why is the anchor link? Okay, so I have to say here borrow book, okay? Uh, Borrow and refresh. Okay, now you can see we have anchor link here. If I click on borrow book here, you can see we got the book id here, right? And we are in the borrow.php. So I just have to go to the borrow.php, and here I will use php syntax. So here I'm going to say that okay, if the dollar underscore get super global variable and the variable name is book id. So let me just copy it, and then actually I'm going to save it. So I will say here book id. I'll say here dollar underscore get variable and the book id. So we got the book id here. Yes, I need session here because I need to know the user. Okay, so I'm gonna start session here. Session start, and here I will check that if is set session. So dollar underscore session variable, and we know if we go to the login.php, here you can see we have set session user id. So I'll check that if the session is set or not. I'll say that if is set session user ID, we will once again check that if dollar okay, let me just cut it from here and paste it here. So I will check that if session ID is not set and say else, you have to go to the login page. So I will say location, sorry, header function, and I will say here location will log in php. We'll check that if dollar underscore session row is equal to user, and say that now actually you can uh, you know borrow book. So here we'll actually do this, or otherwise actually we'll say that, so if it is not user, it means the user is admin. Okay, so we'll actually redirect to the admin dashboard. So location admin slash dashboard dot php. The logged in person is either user or admin. So if user, then actually he can borrow book. Otherwise, uh, we will understand that okay, the user is admin, so we'll actually redirect him to the admin dashboard. Okay, and now actually we'll do query for the borrow book. Okay, and now actually we have to start the connection also. So I will say here include db.php. So db.php. So now actually we'll insert, we'll add the query. So dollar SQL. So the insert query will be insert into the table name is transactions. Insert into transactions user ID. We'll not add any ID because ID is auto incremented. Okay, so we'll only use user ID, book ID. So user ID, we have book ID, we have issue date. So we have to say here issue date. We have return date. We have status, and now we have to say values. So I say here values. So we have to we need to know the book ID. So this is the book ID. So here we will say here book ID, and the next value is the first one is user ID, right? Not book ID. Go here and check. Okay, first one is user ID. So we will know the user ID from the session, right? So let me just say here dollar user ID. I will say here dollar underscore session user ID. Now we have to pass here user ID, and we will pass here dollar underscore book ID. Sorry, dollar book ID, right? Dollar book ID. So this is the variable, and what we need issue date. So in PHP we have a function, and that is called current date. So current date function actually return the current date. Okay, so we'll actually say it, and we will not actually use insert return date. So let me just remove it. Return date actually will set by admin, right? So we'll actually remove it, and now we actually need to give the status. So here I just have to say the status. So if I go here, you can see we have if I go to the structure, you can see in the status we have only borrowed and returned. So these two item, right? So I'll say here borrowed. Okay, so let me copy it and let me paste it here. That's it. So we'll set it, and values user ID, then book ID, then so user ID, book ID, and issue date. So issue date is this function car date, and then we have status. Okay, in a dollar result is equal to MySQL query. I want to pass here connection and dollar. So now the we'll say that if our result not we'll say that result executes successfully, we'll actually enter here. Otherwise we'll say uh, error. So we echo the error. We'll say here that else. We'll say echo error, and then we'll actually print the error, right? So the error gone, right? Now everything is all right here. If result successfully added, so we'll actually echo that your request set library, yeah, and we'll actually add anchor tag. Okay, so here I will say anchor tag. I will say here go back, sit, and it will actually go back to the href. I'll say here okay, go back to index.php. So let's go here and let's go back. Okay. So now we have a borrow, and here you can see when actually you can you want, if you want to click on, I mean if you want to borrow the book, so it will actually redirect you to the login page. So let's say now I want to log in as admin, so I will say here 1 2 3 login, and here you can see you are admin, so it will actually redirect me to the admin dashboard. So let's now log in as user. So 1 2 3 log in. Now it's showing that you are user logout. Okay, so now let's go back to the uh, library slash. Okay, let's go to the index here. So now actually I want to borrow here. So here you can see your request has been sent to the librarian, and go back and go back. Okay, so now let's check the book is I mean transaction table has insert value or not. So here you can see the issue date actually giving me the wrong information. Okay, and now you can see we actually added issue date here perfectly, because I just give here single quotation, so that's why actually it's not it was not working. Now actually it will work, and here is the result. You can see I have added perfectly. If I go here, you can see I have already added 3 book, right? But uh, its quantity is not changing, so we should do something with its quantity actually, right? So let's say if the result is executed successfully, so I will say here SQL uh, 2, let's say SQL 2, and here actually I want to say update books. Okay, set uh, quantity. We'll say that quantity would be set quantity, right? It will be quantity is equal to quantity minus 1, where the book ID. So I will go here and I will check. So where the ID, so where I will say ID is equal to the book ID, right? Okay, so the book ID, and let me just copy it and paste it here. So I will say like this. Okay, I just have to say here result 2, let's say, and equal to, I will say MySQL ID, and here I just have to pass the connection con and the SQL2 $SQL. Now it's perfectly done. Okay, so now let's go back and let's say, and now if I refresh here, and let's say I want to let's say I want to log out, right? Okay, I want to log out, so I'll say here out, because we have one more. If I go to the users table, let me just go to the users table. Here you can see we have one more user, that is Tanvir. So let's now add let's not log in as Tanvir. So I'll say here Tanvir at gmail.com, gmail dot password 1 2 3 login. And now let's say I want to go here, and here you can see if I want to borrow book, so your request has been sent to librarian. Go back here, you can see the quantity is changed. One more time borrow, quantity is changed. Okay, okay, so if I go here refresh, you can see the user ID is 3. Okay, so everything is perfectly working. So we have done our borrow.php. So I hope you understand well. So thanks for watching. So see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in our last video we have worked for the transaction table. I mean we have borrow book, right? I mean we have worked for the borrow book.php. Here you can see we have echo that your request has been sent to the librarian. We will actually said that okay, everything will be added, but the return date will be set by the admin, right? So now we will actually do this for the admin. So I will add one more button here in the admin table. You want to actually create a file for the admin. So here I will say that okay, or view transaction. Okay, transactions.php. So the file name is view underscore transactions.php. If I go to the browser in the database, here you can see we have a return date and the table name is transactions. So here that's why actually I have created a file view transactions. Now here actually we'll actually go to the admin dashboard, and here I will actually add a button. Okay, here, and I will say that okay, I need anchor tag here, and I will say that let's say I want to actually add a navigation bar. Okay, so I will click here. I mean, I will create here a nav bar. So here actually I want to set UL and LI. Okay, so in the LI actually I want to add anchor tag. So here I will say that okay, actually I want to add a link here for the view transaction. So I will say here view transactions.php, and here actually I want to say that view transactions. Okay, and if I go to the dashboard, admin all PHP files, and here in the dashboard, okay, we have to log in as admin. So let me just log in, and here you can see we're in the dashboard, and we have an option here view transaction. So it will actually took me to the view transaction.php. So here actually we will see, and we will actually add return date. Okay, so we'll fetch all the data here. So let me just do some CSS for it. So here I will go in the style. I'll say, I mean in the head section I will add a style, and here I will say that this I want to set a class for it, nav bar, there's admin nav bar. Okay, admin nav bar. So actually I want to copy it, and I want to give a dot, and it's this class, and I will say that okay, uh, the nav bar ul li, I want to say that list item, list style now. Now if I go back, you can see there is no style, and actually I want to set the dot navbar. I want to set display as flex, or I want to actually set the width of let's say 300 pixel, and flex direction column, and I want to set a background color green ish. Okay, so we have this, and let's say I want to actually give her 200 pixel refresh. Okay, so you are admin, and we have here view transaction, and actually I want to set the color, text color is white. What is this? Okay, white, and refresh. Okay, I have to actually go here, and I have to say that anchor tag, I will say uh color white, refresh. Okay, so you have view transition here, and actually I want to say the text decoration, and none text decoration. Okay, so we have here and you can say here welcome to admin dashboard. And here, okay, so everything all right here, right? We have logout button, we have view transition, so it will actually took me to the view transition. Okay, so I will go to the view transition, and here I want to fetch all the data from the transition table. So here actually I want to write PHP script, and I want to start connection. So session first, and then connection. So include eb.php. I have to give here quotation like this, and now let me just copy some other stuff from here, and let me copy all of them from here and let me paste it here. Okay, and we will check that if the session is set, then role admin, then let me remove it from here. So we will actually I want to actually select start from books. So the table will be uh, transactions. Transactions. Okay. Then everything is done here. Location. And dashboard. Okay. So everything is done. Now let me just go here and actually I want to copy everything from here. I mean the whole HTML. Okay. Uh, okay. Copy. Go here. Let me just cut it. Okay. Everything is all right here. Just we just have to change the uh, so I will say here user ID and we just have to set the return rate. Okay, m status. So here everything will be all right, and we just have to echo the column names. So column name is user ID. User ID. We'll say here book ID, and then issue date. Issue date, then return date. What can I say here? Okay, we have returned it. So let me just remove it. This is also so okay. You have to say here return date. And we have status. Okay, and now if I refresh here, it failed to open streams. Okay, so you just have to give a double dot slash. Yes. Okay, so here you can see all the book ID and status is here. So actually I'm going to add update button and delete button here. Okay, so here actually I want to add action button. So here I will say that th action and this is also action, and actually I want to set here two more td. So this will be elite. So actually I want to set it like this, href if I get here a hash, and here I want to say that it, and let me copy it. I want to say that elite. Okay, and I want to set a class for the button, and there is update, and I want to set a class for the button, that is delete, or no problem, delete. I want to access them here in the style type. So I will say here dot update and dot delete. So I will say decoration, background color, let's say green, and let me just copy it here. I will say red. So let's check, refresh. Okay, so we have update and delete option. So now okay, we just have to say here delete, refresh. Okay, and actually I want to set the color white. Okay, so we have update and delete button. So when we will actually update, that time actually we'll update the return date also, right? Okay, so here everything is done. Now actually we will create two more button. I mean two more PHP file. So one for the date update transaction, or yes, update sections dot php, and I need one more file, and there is um, delete delete transaction dot php. Okay, so when it will actually click on update, it will actually go to the update slash sorry underscore transactions dot php, and here actually it will go to the it transactions and say um uh, see transactions dot php. So both of them actually will carry book ID with them. So I say here question mark and then book ID. So I will say here uh let's say ID is equal to dollar no ID, right? ID. Okay, and actually I just need to echo it. That's why I need PHP script here, PHP echo, and here I just need to stop it. Okay, and go back. I hope there is no error. Update. Okay, now actually we can get the ID, right? Okay, so let me just copy it. Actually, I want to paste it for the delete purpose also. Now, go back. We go for the delete. It also taking the value. Okay, so everything is all right here. Now, actually, we will do update and delete for the and all of them. So for the update, we will go here, and for the update, actually, let me go to the top of the page, and let me just copy all of them from here. I'll paste it here, and I will check that if we set user ID and the admin, then now actually I will okay, so I will actually create HTML here. Okay, can I just only update can I just only work for the update? I mean, if somebody I mean if the admin actually want to update, he can actually only update the return date, right? So actually I will update the return date only. So here I don't need anything except what can I say, except the date, right? So here I will say that okay, I need a form, and here I will say that action should be same page. So update uh, transaction transactions.php, and here the method will be post. Okay, and here I just only want to say that I will actually give an input text, and name would be update date, I mean return date. Here I'll set record. Okay, and I want to actually placeholder, use placeholder. So I will actually show the date format. So Here you can see the date format. So let me just copy it. Date format. Okay, let's say here date format. Date format. Format. Date format. So this is the date format, and now I will add one more uh, type submit button. Name will be submit. Okay, and actually I want to value, add value. So I will say here value update. Now let's. Okay, so the thing is, it will actually lead it to the same page, and actually I'm getting the ID. Okay, um, so okay, so I have to take care one more thing, and that is I'm checking that if the user is ID or not. Sorry, user ID is admin or not. So if admin, then actually it will enter here. Okay, uh, it will enter here, and here actually we will do update query. Okay, but we need field values, so we'll actually only update the field value of this field. Okay, this text field return date. Okay, so copy, and we'll check if is set. We'll say that if we set dollar underscore post, we'll say submit, because our button name is submit. Okay, and we'll say that if we set post submit, we'll actually enter here, and we will also we'll actually take a variable return date, and here I will actually say that dollar underscore post, and here the variable name also. That's it. Okay, and we will actually do all the infills here. Now everything is all right, and here I actually want to say dollar. I'll say here if dollar underscore get the variable, so we will actually pass the variable from here, right? Okay, so this is the ID. So actually I will say it ID. So actually I want to set it as transaction ID. Okay, and I want to copy it, and I want to um, paste it for this ID also. So like this, and actually I want to set the if we get any transaction ID, then actually I want to set the variable transaction ID is equal to uh, dollar underscore get transaction ID. So we have we got the transaction ID. Okay, we have passed through URL, and then it will actually uh, it, show us the form, and actually we want to when we actually submit the form, then our ID will be lost because our ID is from the get method, right? So actually we have to pass the ID through this PHP script also. So I mean this action also. So I will say here post ID transition ID is equal to, we just have to write here PHP script, and just echo the uh, transition ID. Okay, the dollar transition ID. That's it. And let's check if it is working or not. So here we just have to update the table, right? So I will say here update the table. So the table name is transactions set. So let me just copy it. I'll say that set return date is equal to will actually the dollar return date. Okay, and we'll say that where the so we need the transaction ID also, right? So where dollar where actually I would say where ID is equal to, because we know in our table it's actually ID, right? Okay, so where ID is equal to, I'll actually say transaction ID. So dollar uh, transaction ID. Okay, that's it. And the result will be executed. If not, we'll actually paste the error. Else, we'll show that uh, we'll actually go to the view transition.php. Okay, so we'll say header. We'll actually go to the view transitions.php. Okay, we just have to say a location, and you just have to keep colon, and you just have to give that double quotation and colon. So we have set the location to view transactions.php. Okay, so now let's go and check if it is working or not. We'll go to the, let's say this one. So we actually want to set the return date. So our the date was issue date was 4. Okay, so we'll actually set issue date 7, let's say. So I will say 25 3, right? Okay, 03. So 2025 03 07. If I click on update, so here I can see we got the return date, right? So actually return date set by the admin, and admin can also delete the request also. So we'll actually delete. Now actually we'll do for the delete transaction. So if somebody click on delete, so it will actually bring ID. Let me just remove it. So here you can see it's bring ID. So we just have to copy all the things from the previous session, and here just need to copy all of them. Okay, done. Paste it. We've set the admin and into the, okay, and actually I will do here query, and that is actually I want to cut it from here. I want to paste it here, and I want to set that if the role is admin, and then I will actually check that if is set um, dollar underscore get variable. So let me just go for the update transaction, and I have made a mistake here. So I will say if is set. I should use here a function if is set, and we just have to give here one more like this. Okay, and we have to let me just copy it from here, right? Okay, so I'll actually copy it from here and paste it here. Okay, and we have everything here, and okay, and we will get the transaction ID. Okay, and if okay, and now actually I don't need this if condition here, so I will say delete. And so delete from transaction to be, right? Transactions, delete from transaction where ID is equal to the ID dollar transaction ID, and we'll execute the query. Else we'll say okay, that's it. So now actually need to remove this. Okay, let me just cut it from here, and actually I want to paste it here. Okay, now everything is done here, and we have execute the query, delete query. Okay, now we'll check if it is working perfectly. So let's say I want to actually delete this request, because I have find that okay, the one I mean same user actually a request for multiple books, okay, multiple copies. So actually I want to delete it. Here you can see I have deleted, and I have delete once more. So let's say I want to delete the third one also. Okay, so this is how actually I can update it now. In our next video, actually, we will show that how user actually can track their the return date. Okay, I mean user actually will know that okay, admin actually accept his request, right? So in our next video, we'll do this. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. So welcome back to another video. And in this video actually we will work for the user dashboard. Okay, so in our last video we have shown you that how admin actually can set the return date. So now user can actually see the transition book status or everything, let's say the return date also. Okay, so here we will actually add one more button. So here actually I want to set anchor tag, and let's say for now hash, and I want to set the class. Okay, let me just remove the class for now. And here actually I want to say that I can say here book update, let's say updates, or request updates, let's say request updates. Okay. Here I will say, so here actually I want to add a page, so that will be request check dot php. Okay. Request check dot php. And actually I want to create a new file for it. So I will create a new file, control s dot php. And here actually I will check everything from here like this. Okay. So let me just copy it and paste it here. And here actually I want to include the database connection. So here db.php. Okay. Now it will go to the request check. Okay. So here actually I want to fetch the table. So I will actually add HTML form. Maybe I can copy from view tables. Okay. View books. Or let's say I want to actually copy from view transaction here, and let me just copy from here. Now actually I want to remove the delete option from here. Okay, because user cannot delete it, so here I want to remove it also. No problem, let me just remove it right now, I mean for now. So we'll actually do it later. So we have user ID, we have book ID, issue date, return date, and status. Okay, so everything is done. Now actually I want to fetch the book I mean everything, right? So here I will go here, and so let me just copy it from here. Okay, done. And so let's echo here that welcome. Okay, don't need really. So this, and select from transactions MySQL query. So we have actually done here, else it will be admin location. Okay, now actually you can see we have shown everything here, right? So I will actually go to the what my current, the index file, and then the file actually I have created. So I have to go to the dashboard. So slash dashboard. So I have to log out first. So now let's say login as Milan user. Okay, 1 2 3 log in, and here you can see we have request update button, and if I click here you can see we have now everything here. Okay, now actually I want to remove the action from here, and I put into action. Okay, now it's, I mean member actually can see the return date. So here you can see the problem is one member can see another information, right? So you shouldn't do it, and let's prevent this. So here we just have to check that the we just have to know the current user. Okay, so what you have to do, we just have to set here that where is where, let me just check that user ID. So I will go here, and if I go to the transaction, so here you can see we have user ID here, right? Okay, so I will say here that where user ID is equal to, we need to know the user ID, right? So here actually I want to set user ID is equal to dollar underscore session user ID. Okay, now actually I will pass this user ID here. So I'll say that where user ID is equal to dollar user ID. Now actually it will give me the right information. I mean only for the one user. Okay, so here you can see. Okay, now actually it cannot. I mean one user cannot actually see other user information. Okay, so we have solved it. Now user actually can check the return date. Okay, and now in our next video, okay, we will show you that how actually admin can change the status. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Welcome back to new video. If you go here, you can see I have update. So admin actually can update the status also. So if the student actually return the book in the same date, so admin can update the status for the book as borrowed to return, because we have added only two transaction process. I mean two status in the transaction. Here in the structure you can see that we have only borrowed and returned. So admin can actually set here, I mean update the status return. So in our update transaction we will actually add one more process here, and here you can see we can update the date and we can update the status also. So I will add one more input here, and type would be text, and name would be uh you know status. Okay, and I want to actually placeholder, I want to actually add placeholder here. So actually I want to set here a section. Okay, section, and sorry, option, right? I want to set your select, and I want to set your option. So I want to add two options. Okay, and the select value by default, sorry, and I want to set a name. So I want to set a name for it, that status. Okay, and I want to set here two options. So one is, we go to the database. So here we have two options. So one is borrowed, one is return, right? So I want to say here borrowed and return. Let me copy it, return, and I want to set value as borrowed, and I want to set here value as return. Okay. Okay, so here I just have to copy it and paste it here. Okay, now everything is here. Now let's check one more time update transaction. So I will go here, update transaction. Here you can see we have now here borrowed and everything. Okay, so by default it's borrowed, and we will actually check return if it is returned. Okay, by default it's borrowed. If I go here, update transaction, here you can see by default it's borrowed. If I check here return, and if I go back, and if I check here, click here update transaction, here you can see we have borrowed. So if I click on update, you can see we have to give the update date also. Okay, so now let's say anyone actually want to return the book, let's say the user. Okay, so let me just go here. If I click on update, let's say I want to say here, okay, like this, and actually I want to update. Actually without ID we shouldn't update it, right? Without the transaction ID actually we shouldn't update it. Okay, so I will actually cut it from here, Control X, and actually I want to paste it here, because when we will actually find the ID, that time actually we will update it, otherwise we will not update it. Okay, so here let me just copy it, and okay, and if no if there is no ID, let's say else, it will actually redirect to the this page. Okay, So uh, we will actually say that header location will be view transaction.php. That's it. Now let's say I want to um, come to this page. Okay, update transaction. So here you can see we are in the page. So we cannot actually access update transaction page without ID. So we have to actually keep the ID with it. Okay. Okay. So now let's say I want to set return date for it. So I mean the user actually return this book. Okay. So I will check. Actually, I want to copy it, the return date, and so I want to actually change the status. So I'll paste it here, and actually I will change it to return. If I click on update, and here you can see, okay, so I have to do the query, right? Okay, so here um I have to do the query. So I have to set here one more thing, and I have said that update transaction ID set return date, and I want to set comma. Actually, I want to update the status also. So I will go to the transaction table, and here you can see we have a status here. So I'll say comma status status, right? Status. Okay, status is equal to um, the status also. So actually, I need to know the name. Okay, status. So I have to declare a variable, and I need to uh, say dollar underscore post the field name status to give your quotation, single quotation. Okay. Right now, I can say here that okay, the status is equal to dollar status. Status. Okay. Now, if I go here and um, let's say I want to update it, so I want to copy it. Sorry. Let me just go back here. I want to copy the date. Let's say what is happening. Copy, and let's say I want to update it to return. Okay, update, and here you can see it's returned. So I can change it through admin. Okay, so now it's done. I hope you understand. So see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And in this video actually I will show you how admin can actually manage users. So admin can delete users, right? We just have to add here option manage users. Here admin will see that okay, how many user actually have in our database. So for this actually I want to write here PHP script. So let me just copy from some other file. So I will go here in the dashboard, and I will copy it, and I will paste it here like this. And here you can see we are in the admin, so it has to be admin, right? The role. Without admin actually cannot access this manage users. So here actually I want to fetch all the data, and actually I want to copy from uh, view books, right? Okay, here. So let me copy all of them from here, and actually I want to paste all of them here. And actually I just want to fetch the data, okay, from the users. And only actually I don't want to know the password. Okay, I just want to if I go to the users table, here you can see we have password also, right? So I just only know the ID, name, email, and role. Okay, and role should be users. Okay, so I will say here select, not star. Actually I need select ID, comma name, comma email, comma role. Okay, so role, and from actually I'm saying that okay, select ID, name, email, role from users table. Okay, where actually I want to set the role, where the role where role is equal to, I'll say here admin. Okay, sorry, users. So role should be user. Yep. So I've set the fixed role here, ID, name, email, role from user, where a role equal to user. Okay, Now it will actually fetch all of the data from the user table except password. So here uh, PHP echo row title. Okay, so here we just have to say the first column name, that is ID, and the second one is in name, and the third one is email, and the okay, what is this? Okay, so and the fourth one is road. Let me just remove it. Oh, and the fourth one is role. Okay, done. And here I need to say that okay, ID, name, email, role, and I will say here action. Actually, I want to add button, TD, sorry, link. Okay, anchor link. So anchor link, and here I will say hash, and here I will say delete user. Okay, and if admin delete user, so it will actually go to the delete user dot php. So actually I want to set, I mean I want to create here a new file, and that will be delete user dot php, right? Delete user dot php. Okay, and here actually I want to you know pass the id, user id. Okay, so I will pass the user id, and I will say that okay, the user id will be php echo, we'll say here the, let me just say here, okay, what is the problem? I can remove it. I can say that row, the column name. So the column name is ID. Okay, ID. So here you can see. So we just have to give here one, sorry, one more question mark like this, and it's done. Okay, and now it will actually go to the delete user.php, and here actually I'm going to copy the delete transaction. Okay, and I want to actually copy it, and I want to paste it here, and we just have to say that okay, if we set session user id, if role admin, then we actually get the uh, user id. Okay, so let me just copy it, user id, uh, paste it here, and I will actually say user id is here, and now actually I will say that delete from the table actually users, where id is equal to dollar user id. Now it will execute it. I mean, I will execute the query. So here, if the result is not done, so what is the problem? We will actually fetch it, and then we have else. We'll actually go to the what, where actually manage users, right? Manage users dot php. So manage users. Okay, I have to give here. So manage underscore users, right? Users dot php, and here we have dashboard, we have else manage users. Okay, manage users. Okay, so now everything is done perfectly. Okay, and we have to go to the dashboard. Okay, dashboard, and here if I go to the ul, here you can see we have list. So actually I want to add one more list here, and one more anchor tag here, and that is for the manage users dot php. Okay, manage users dot php. So the reference will be manage users dot php. Okay, now let's check if it is working perfectly. So I will go to the browser, and I will go to the admin all php. So here you can see if we directly go to the delete user, we cannot actually access it. We have to log in first. So I have to log in as admin. So the admin is yamin@gmail.com, and password is 123. So if I go to the login, here you can see we have view transition, and Actually, I have added one more link here, right? So where it is actually? Okay, I have to say here manage users. Manage users. Refresh. Here you can see we have another. Actually, I want to do CSS for it. So here you can see we have color white, admin UL, and I said none. And okay, I want to actually set margin top uh, 20 pixel. It's refresh. And here also margin top 20 pixel. Okay, now it's working. I don't need it. And actually, I want to add margin. But not margin. Acha, margin top and margin bottom. Let's say so. Or I can say here margin. Let's say margin 20 pixel. Okay, so we have view transition here. Manage users here. So I can go to the manage users, and here you can see we have here delete user action. Okay, so now I can actually go to the delete user, and actually I want to do some CSS for it. So I will go here in the manage users. Okay, and actually I want to say that I need a class here. I will say link, and actually I want to access the class. So here I will say dot link. I want to say here that uh, text decoration done, background color do, and here I will say color white. Refresh. Okay. Oh, and I have to remove it. Okay, and here in the reference, actually, um, we have here this. Okay. Okay. Now, if I refresh here, you can see we have delete users. Okay, and we can actually give here reds. I mean, I can set here red color. Okay, so dark red. Okay. So now actually anyone can, I mean, user admin can actually delete user. Okay. So let's say I want to delete Tanvir. So if I click on delete, here you can see there is no user, name Tanvir. So if I refresh here, you can see. So here you can see the user has been deleted. Okay. So that's it. So actually we have completed the project, but if you look at the project here, you can see this is not looking good. So actually we will do CSS for all of this in our next video, and next video will be the last video for this project. And here actually we will do all the CSS, and we will actually change everything so that it looks good. Okay, at least good. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So this is the last video for this project. Here you can see if I go to the let me just log out. So I have changed in login page. Here you can see I have one more button here. So if anybody actually click on login here, you will find that okay, not found. So you'll actually can sign up. Okay, so you will go to the sign up, and you can actually sign up. And let's say sign up is now complete. Now actually he can actually logged in, right? So I have added image here with anchor link. So if anybody actually click on anchor link, so it will actually come to the front page, index page. So the index page actually here you can see I have create login button here and sign up button. So actually we have another button here, a dashboard button. If I go to the index here, you can see I have added three button here, I mean three link here, right? So dashboard is also here, but I have actually create here if condition that if the user we have actually session ID, then actually we'll actually show dashboard. Here you can see I said that okay, if not user session user ID, okay, then actually we'll show login and registration. Okay, otherwise actually it will not be shown. Okay, so I have actually start the session in the index space at the top. Here you can see. So I will actually check here that the session if session has any ID or not. So if a session has any ID, then actually it will show the dashboard. Otherwise, it will not show the dashboard. And the same thing for the registration and login also. So here you can see, if I go to the login, I will index page. Okay. If I click on here, it will actually redirect to the index page. And here you can see, if I click on borrow, so we have to go for the login. If I click here, we can go to the index. And if I click here for the login, so here you can see I have user 123 and then login. So now actually I'm in the index. Okay, so now actually the dashboard will be shown, because we have set here if condition, that if the we have any session ID, then actually the dashboard will be shown. If I click on dashboard, you can see now I can go to the dashboard, and here we have a logout button, and we have request update here. If I click on request update, you can see this code will be given. If you need any code, then you can contact us. So thanks for watching. See you in the next project. Okay, till then, goodbye.